Okay, 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 okay. Now you see, as for today's topic, we are here with importance of games for proper mental and physical development. Now you see, games, what is games? Yes, can anybody tell me what is games? Yes. Games means what? Any sports activity? Yes. So why is this sports activity important? Our topic today is what is the importance of sports in our life, right? Games for mental and physical development. Okay. Now here you see what is the importance of play for physical and mental development of a child. Yes. Games are important, isn't it? The early childhood memories, if you can go, you see that you have played lots of games and you had enjoyed. But presently, you cannot do that. Yes. So, our children also love to play games, and games, yes, physical growth and intellect development. Some very nice. Okay. Now, you see, play improves the cognitive, physical, social, and emotional well-being of children and young people. Now you see the cognitive part is the learning part, the intellect part. Okay, the physical, the bodily. The child has to be fit within to play a game, right? Social and emotional well-being of children. Now you see physical development and mental development goes hand in hand, right? For the physical development, we know that sports are very important. Exercise are important for proper bone building, muscle building. But have you seen a child who is happy plays a game? Okay, when the child is healthy, he's not sick, he can play. But all these things he cannot do when he's not well, right? When the child is sick, he will not play. Have you seen that? Have you watched that? That means what? A happy child is physically fit and can play games, right? Now, how is game related to social and emotional well-being? What is social? Social means the team spirit. You cannot play a game alone. Yes, except the mobile games, no one can play the game alone. You need friends. Peers are important. So that is how a child socializes with the games and emotional well-being. See, whenever they are playing games, I'll come to that part. There are many things the child has to go through it. Now, for example, recently, some cricket matches were going on. Okay, can anybody tell me what was the recent cricket match you all were played in Dubai? Yes. Which is that cup trophy? We won the match. Can anybody tell me in the chat box? Which cricket game was recently? Not that IPL. Okay. Not IPL. Other than that, we won the match. Let me see how many of you are cricket fans here. Champions Trophy. Yes. ICC Champions Trophy. Okay. Now, okay. Thank you so much. Now, you see, when this champion trophy was played, you had a spirit of patriotism. Our cricketers were representing us. That means we were there playing with them. And when we won, you see all the firecrackers and all that, we enjoyed. Yes, with that champion trophy that India got, everyone felt. That means what? By watching the TV, none of us went to Dubai. Many, at least generally, people never went to Dubai to see the match, right? It is only few who could, right? But we all were doing our work and we all were busy with the match. If not the TV, we were using our phone. But why were we enjoying the match? There was no money being given to us that if you enjoy to us, we were not paying also anything, but pure happiness with a match. Agreed or not? So that means what? Somewhere it is related to the emotional well-being, what I want to put forth. Though through play, children learn about the world and about themselves, how they can run, okay, how they may fall, how they may get hurt. These are also small lessons, children learn from it. And from this only, they also learn skills they need for study, work, and relationship, such as confidence. I will be the leader. I will be the captain. Children says now some children are born leaders. Leaders are born, not made. The confidence level that is boosted through the sports or games. Now, why play important in mental development? That helps children process difficult emotion. What are the difficult emotion? That sometime, it is always a win-win strategy. I will win. The confidence is there. And sometimes you feel that, oh my God, we cannot win. Our team will lose the game. So that winning and losing, that is a very difficult emotion, different emotions, but the child balances that when he plays. Yes, हमेशा जीतना जरूरी नहीं है, कभी हार भी सकते. And we call it as sportsman spirit, because sportsmen only know how to handle the emotion. Now, giving children space to play allow them to work through feelings. What are the feelings? See, such as pain. See, even loss. Losing the match also gives pain. Not only physical injury. Physical injury, children are prone to physical injuries. And sometimes, children should allow to get that pain. Yes, yes, participation is important. Yes, thank you. And it is not winning. Excellent. Now, fear or loss while being able to still act like a child. That means what? How can you relate it to the academics? This sentence, see, fear or loss while being able to still act like a child, how is that possible? How is this sentence? You see, through feelings such as pain, fear, or loss. See, fear or loss. Can you relate it to the academics? Yes? Can anybody in the chat box, please? How will you relate fear and loss in the field or sports ground to the classroom academics? Okay, let me explain. See, whenever the child is giving an examination, the examination fear is there. There is always a trauma of examination, which children many can handle, many cannot. You see, before the maths examination, frequent visit to the washroom. We have cases like that. Why? Because it creates a traumatic situation in the child. But if the child has been playing sports, he or she can easily overcome that. And that ambition, I have to win, and if I do not succeed, things will be lost for me. I'll lose. Some children, that suicidal attempts after the failure in the examination can be curbed if the child or children are allowed with rigorous sports exercises. See, play gives them a way to express things they are struggling with. Yes, it is joyful experience, obviously. Play gives them a way to express things they are struggling with, and they don't yet have the words to fully explain them. Winning is happiness, obviously, but the process of winning is more important. The team spirit, the socialization of children, that imparts a mental health, mental development. Children try to share things with others, sharing emotion, and as a united collaborative effort. This is all, they are very small things, but means a great when it comes with the, you see, importance of games and sports. How is it important? Playing various sports help them to teach life skills that I was talking of, such as teamwork. Teamwork is very, very important. See, if you learn the moral of teamwork right in the beginning, you create friends and you know how to behave. You create a responsible citizen. The nurturing and culturing of these small children, if teamwork is inculcated, the future citizens are created in the classroom. Because this teamwork, the collaborative effort is always required to create a cohesive society, a society where everybody helps each other, not isolated, that flat culture society where people are, they have created an isolated wall and they are within those capsules. They'll not come out. So that is missing in our society. So why? Because children are digitally engaged. They play digital games, but that is not beneficial. It has got little benefit. See, if I on the contrary say about the digital sports, for example, those computer games and all that, okay, the cognitive domain is definitely, it is much, it will accelerate. Okay, it would increase its domain. Brain will be becoming sharper. You'll have a sharper brain, but that physical exertion that gives you the mental stability is lacking in that. Okay, then leadership, accountability. See, if it's, for example, this cricket team, if somebody bowls very badly, the team has to face that. Okay, so that is accountability, the responsibility. If I do this, my behavior will be expressed unitedly. My team will suffer. So I will be responsible. Taking responsibility, sharing responsibility, that is very, very important. Then the other thing is patience. See, nowadays children are very impatient. Even as teachers, we are. For example, every one of us are having the smartphone, right? So when we are not looking into the phone, we are not using it, it is very hard to depart ourselves from the phone. And sometimes, we will just check on the notifications if not dealing into the phone. Yes. So that phone culture is very, very bad. And when you are in the games, screen time, you're not using the phone, right? So that is why you'll have a lot of patience. Focusing, sitting for 3 hours examination is very difficult for today's children. Why? Because every time they are very busy. Physically they are agitated. If I am using the word busy, agitated, they cannot sit, they cannot focus. So patience is lacking. And self-confidence. You are playing a game, the self-confidence is definitely boosted up and prepares them to face life challenges. Life is not in the books, right? You can create a career in academics with your studies, but games will boost up your academy. Yes, though these things are not really directly related. For example, playing games and wasting time for studies, it can be correlated that way. But when you are playing games, you can boost up your academics because the brain cells get charged. That physical exertion is necessary for the proper development, and students get a chance to work on their physical and mental abilities to achieve goals in their life. That is very important. So what are the benefits you get from it? Number one, you stay healthy. The good fitness level is there. Develop leadership skills, positive mentoring, boost emotional fitness, develop social skill, develop discipline, better performance in academics, and develop self-esteem. That self-esteem is very, very important. The dignity, the self-dignity is very important. And it is important for everybody. If not students, even teachers also. If teachers develop the self-esteem and the confidence, you can excel in your own venture, in your own field. Now develop cooperation and teamwork. See, cooperation and team effort is definitely very, very important. If not today, in the later class. For example, we have, apart from sports, that PBL, the project based learning. In project based learning also, if the teamwork is not there, the entire output will get ruined. If everybody wants to be that I am the boss, I am the captain, and I'm going to lead, it's not just possible. So this is very, very important. Now, what are the physical benefits? Physical benefit with the sports, playing sports can make you stronger, healthier, contribution to lower obesity rate. And see, in the US, the research has been much done as done in India. But what it is, that somebody said that I'm not audible. Am I not audible? Yes, please type yes if you can hear me. Just type yes if I am audible. Yes. Okay. So if I get yes, that means somewhere whoever had said that I'm not audible, please check your connections and okay. Now you see, physically, I want somebody from the physical education part. Now, can you tell me what are the benefits, physical benefits of playing sports? I want the answer from you. Those of you from the physical education section can tell me this in the chat box. Physical benefit. How is it physical benefit? Physical growth, anything else? Okay. Yes, anything else? Teamwork, yes. But I'm talking of physical growth here. Physical growth. Physical growth, what does physical growth means? The child will turn fat. Does it mean that physical growth? Yes? No. See, here, unity. Unity is the teamwork part. Right. Increase in height. Definitely increase in height. Strong, fit, mental alertness. Yes. Yes, mental alertness is there. But here, muscular growth. Somebody said muscular growth. That is the right answer I want to hear. Yes. Yes. Yeah, better movement of the body. Yes, you get a correct posture. See, correct posture and correct health. And you see that healthiness, growth, better posture. Yes. Now, when you talk of growth does not mean healthy and that plumpiness. You get a proper physique. Yes. So that is very much essential, for a proper growth of a child. See, if you see the records, you see that children at the age of 9 are suffering from diabetes. Infantile glaucoma, the eyes, they cannot see properly. Why is it like this? Yes, flexible body. You see, you ask a class 8, class 9 children to sit on the ground, even arthritis as well. Yes, Rupak Roy. Okay. Yes, thank you so much. Now you see, they are not able to squat on the ground. Why they cannot squat on the ground? Because they are all nowadays, the trend is going on like that, eating all junk foods, lack of exercises. See, the tuition culture is already there in the thing, society, children coming from home and they are engaged in so many tuition classes and this way, that way, but physical exercises, zero. So when it comes to zero, obviously the body has to pay. Yes. And thanks to Domino's, McDonald's, and whichever, those fast food centers are there serving delicious food to the children, and children are engaged to it. You ask a children who does not like pizza, mainly 10% or 2% together. Yes. Lack of blood circulation. Yes. Even the cardiac arrest, the heart attack, it is seen at a very early childhood, below 20. 20 is much tender age. So children in +2 also, they can suffer from heart diseases. High blood pressure, yes. Obviously, I've seen children with that. Even, with those specs. Early childhood children have to wear specs. Why? Because lack of healthy foods, lack of exercises, lack of awareness among the parents. It is the parents, and the flat culture in the society that is prohibiting children to play outdoor. At times, 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock, we'll be playing outside in the ground, no matter what. But by the time before the sunset, you should be back home and back to studies. But nowadays, children have rarely any time for those sports. And even parents also, they don't want their child to play games, outdoor games. Why? बच्चे गंदे हो जाएंगे. That ego, super ego, these things are also, hampering the child to play the sports. So there are so many things. That is why our honorable prime minister, he's already into a mission. Yoga day and all that, it is mandatory. Yoga is also a part of a sports, right? Now you see, difference in physics. This is what I was telling. That physique, the physical construction of a child, the height, the weight. You see two different pictures, the images are here. Where children are playing outside. Children enjoy more when they are playing together. And isolated nuclear family, feeding the child with the best of food they can and zero exercise. This is what they are being. Couch potatoes, we call them. So this is how one side you see they are playing games. So see the physique. See, being thin is not unhealthy. Being thin, if you are thin, or little bit plumpy, and you can do all the activities, you're full of energy. That is what required. Because excess of fat on the body, those chubby and curly looking children, they are not cute actually. Those cutie pies need to hit the track. They need to hit the ground so that those cutie baby fats, it's dissolved. And the more of the load on the body of the fat, the heart has to beat much harder. The heart has to work hard. The workout is done by the heart to melt those extra fats. So that is why the difference in the physics, you can see the left side figure and those McDonald boys. Which one would you prefer? Figure 1 or figure 2? Just let me know. 1 or 2? Which is the preferred figure for a children? 1 or 2? Just type 1 or type 2. What do you think? Yes. Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. So for us, 1 is definitely required. Now you see difference in personalities. Sports gain confidence in their body and their ability to set goal. Leadership quality is boosted up when they are playing games. Now here, whenever I'm telling it is also seen children playing sports are better in academics and leadership quality. Now here, when I'm talking of sports and games, I'm strictly sticking to the open field games, outdoor games, not that digital platform you are playing anything, on that laptop and computer. Sometimes, it may boost up the mental health, but physical health is never boosted up from that kind of sports. Okay. Now, mental benefits. What are the mental benefits? See, you see the figure of this image you can see. You see the brain. Okay, it's like a, walnut. The two parts of the brain, the right brain and the left brain. And see the mental development. Sports is not just exercise, gives a child more than just physical well-being. It contributes to a child's development both psychologically and socially. This is very important. The psychological part. Brain does not mean only the thinking ability or the cognitive domain. Psychological means the well-being, how well the child is boosted up. See, critical thinking and creative thinking. These are the two parts. Psychologically, that critical and creative part has to be boosted. All the good works, you take out the best from the child if the child is psychologically sound. Okay, psychologically and socially. What is social? Child who mixes psychosocial development. Yes, definitely, that's one word for it. Excellent. Now you see, social, how can you make a child social? Socialization of a child, begins right when the child is in the nursery. When the child is in the nursery, first socialization starts from there. In first step out, nursery, pre-nursery, the child steps out from the comfort of the home and they mix with the other. First introduction with the peer, first introduction with the teacher. So that is the first step of socialization. Before that you cannot call a child social, because when they are with the parents only, it is isolated. Now when they mix it in the classroom, first pre-nursery socializes, and when they play game together, they try to enjoy. They not try, they rather enjoy each other's company. They enjoy. And then comes the peer factor. And we know how important is importance of peer in the development of a child. The academics is important. They start helping each other. That helping each other, the leadership quality, the teamwork, and you create a cohesive citizen for the future. Agreed or not? When the child socializes, the teamwork spirit, the collaboration comes, the peer, the peer engagement comes together, it leads to a cohesive society. What is cohesive society? A society where every individual helps each other, not that isolated flat culture society that we are going through. What we are going through, if it is not correct, it has to be rectified somewhere so that you get a better future. What we are facing, we don't want our children to face like that. Yes. If somebody is in trouble, when you are trouble, you need, when you are in difficulties, you need the helping hand. We call them as resource, human resource, the manpower is required. But if we are just living isolated, it is very difficult because we are rational animals. What is rational animals? Animals who live in groups. Isolatedly, it is very difficult to survive. Can you name other animals who are like that, social animals who cannot live alone? Any animal you can name, like human beings, Ants. Yes, definitely ants are there. You see, monkeys, pigeons, elephants. Yes, elephant lives in herds. Ostriches. Okay. Pigeon is a common example. You see, pigeon, they cannot live alone. They need the entire group, Yes. Yes, penguins also. So they are happy with each other's company. So we are also human beings. Our children are also, yes, wolves also. Even our children are human beings. And they are like, wet clay. The way you make them, the way you mold them, they'll take that shape only, So early childhood, if you introduce them to this physical exercises, games, they'll enjoy. Yes, fishes also. Fishes lives in soul. Yes, large number. So they enjoy the companies, right? So when they are enjoying each other's company, our children also enjoys. So, sometimes, when you are sad also, sadness needs to be shared. And even when you are happy, if you have nobody to convey that happiness or share that happiness, that's also not good. You feel bad. Imagine a day when you are very, very happy and you have nobody to say that you are happy. When you are happy, you throw away parties. Imagine a day when you have nobody to give the party to. You'll feel the pain with it. And some days when you are very sad, there is nobody to share your emotions. You feel so bad. So we don't want our children to be like that. Children are happy in a group. See, you see a child who is sitting isolated in the class, the child will not even smile. But when the child is in the field or they are playing games together, you see a happy child outside. So that happiness quotient, to click on to this happiness quotient, these games are very, very important, and it is always beneficial for the psychological and social needs of the child. Now, why are sports important? See, physical activity stimulate growth and leads to improve physical and emotional health. Research shows that importance of physical activity is stronger than ever. Okay. Now, another thing, you see children when they are, researchers have observed that highly active people are less likely to suffer from high blood pressure, diabetes, cancer of colon, obesity, and coronary heart diseases later in the life. See, a sportsman can suffer knee problem in the later part of the life because over exercises can also lead to these kind of things. But to keep the normal BP, the resilience they develop in the body to overcome stress, If you are stressed also, these mindful activities are to be performed. So what is better than a sports? And you have to choose the sports according to no exercise, bad health. Yes, that's absolutely correct. Now you see, whichever sports you take up, you need to have a liking for it. Yes, we say na hobby. I like to play cricket. I like to play throw ball, basketball, volleyball, and number of sports are there. Okay. Now, can you name any sports that was played right in the early childhood and not today? When we were child or long ago, it was a very traditional game. Okay. It was play kabaddi. Yes, yes, excellent. Kabaddi, gulli danda. Then what else? What else? Kho, yes. Anything else? Hopscotch. Kit. That was the hopscotch one. Nowadays, children don't even know it. Yes. These are all traditional one. Chance to ventilate emotional pebble. Yes, excellent. Yes. So those were something, those were traditional Indian games. And it is somewhere missing in today's world. In this anglicized world, we have very little space for all these games that you are typing in the chat box. And it is hard. Yes, it is hard to believe that those that existed, now they are not. Now, what is this? Sports is defined as something that activity involves. It's physical exertion. That physical exertion is necessary because the more physical exertion, the more you sweat. The more you sweat, your fat, excess fat, your BMR, basal metabolic rate increases. The heart becomes, the cholesterol level goes in. And then, develop some skills in individual and teaches to compete against another or other for entertainment. See, whenever we are having a cricket match between two countries, we are actually competing against one another, but in a very healthy and positive way. Yes. Now see, sometimes, with this cricket matches and with our neighboring countries, if we are having that, for example, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, we sometimes, we encourage other countries players also. Yes, I think very rare Indians are there who was not a fan of Malinga, Jayasuriya. Yes, because why? Because it's entertainment and fun. Whenever you are doing a sports, you have a healthy competition, and again that sportsman spirit. If you lose the game, it's not that it is end of everything. There's always a next chance. Sometimes, you have to give the chance to opponents to win also. You have to see where was your failure, where you couldn't compete. And there's always a chance for rectification. The same thing can be done with the academics. It is not that failure is the end of everything. There's always a next chance. So that enthusiasm that you show in the sports field will help the child to keep that enthusiasm in the classroom also. Now we know there are two types of sports, the outdoor sports and indoor sports. We all know about it. Yes. So outdoors was, what is the difference between outdoor and indoor sports? Two different benefits we have. Yes. Can you tell me what is the difference? Outdoor sports, we know that physical exertion, the team spirit and everything, what we have discussed, it was focused on the outdoor one. So when we are having with the indoor sports, what is the outcome? Or what is the difference with the indoor part? Indoor game. Indoor sports, what is it? What are the benefit when you play indoor games? Yes. Yes, I'm waiting for you to answer. Recreation, yes, obviously. Mental development, yes. Mental development, of course, it's a part. See, You need to focus sometimes. Relaxation is always there, but okay, attention. That is another one. Somebody says that it reduces the stress. Obviously, both type of sports are chess. Now, for example, if you're typing chess, it needs maximum of the mental focus to it. Yes. Now that cognitive skill, definitely. Now with some of the indoor games, you sometimes accelerate your creative and critical thinking areas. You think critically, the brainstorming activity. Sometimes we call it as a red thinking. Red thinking means what? It gives an alertness to the brain. Yes, that is red thinking. The competition comes on. You focus. You put on all your mind to solve that particular areas. So that is also a beneficial for indoor sports. Sometimes, every time, for example, see the weather with carom board. Yes, it can be played where the weather is not facilitating the outdoor one. Yes, definitely that way. So this indoor sports is equally important. Yes, Ludo is something, we used to play in our times, and it is definitely, it keeps you focused, it keeps you hooked up for all those 1 hour 2 hour. Our time, it was the summer vacation. When summer vacation used to come, we used to go with the ludos and all that. It was our time because we never had that TVs. And yes, Chinese checker, yes, it is something old and forgotten saga. So after so many years, I heard that word Chinese checker. We had that. Yes, anything else? Cards. Cards are still there today. Improves concentration. That is what I was telling, that it increases the focus. Yes. So that is very, very important when it comes to the indoor sports. Now you see, these are two types. See, what I was telling is puzzle games. Yes. Physical development. See, somebody wrote Antakshari, right? So I'll tell you that when you talk of Antakshari, it is also a sort of a sports, indoor games, rather a form of entertainment, recreation, we can say. But what is the benefit of that game? Can anybody tell me? If you are playing Antakshari, what is the benefit of that Antakshari? It is not that enjoy. It is refreshing. Okay. Anything else? Thinking, right? Again, that critical thinking and creative thinking. See, memory power. Memory. Antakshari, when you track the memories, when the song will end with this. Yes. Yes. Antakshari, enthusiastic, entertaining, as well as it boosts up your memory power. You have to think of that song, Some some people they are very much pro to it, retain memory. That is also very, very important. So that memory power, if you start exercising with the brain, you do the gym, indoor games or mental games, it boosts up the brain also. See, physical development from the sports, mental development from indoor game, outdoor game and indoor game. Yes. Okay. Now, importance of this activity in children. How is it important? See, physical activity is an important part of play and learning and for the overall growth. Yes, we have already discussed that. Healthy growth and development, children need to be active. Active children, that remembering capacity. Yes, excellent. Now, benefit of healthy lifestyle pattern at an early age will give it you'll be healthy for the rest of your life. Physical activity, children learn habits at an early age that increases the chance of remaining physically fit throughout their life. See, healthy habits. Healthy habits, basically, whatever you give your child at the early childhood or during the early childhood training, it is retained. So if you teach your child this healthy lifestyle, the child will enjoy. Sometimes, sophisticated areas, you have the rain dance. Nowadays, it's highly in the hype, that schools are organizing rain dance for the children. And when we were in our childhood, while coming from school, if it started raining, we would be opening our shoes, take it in our hand, and we'll be getting drenched, enjoying the rain. It is not a sport. But nowadays parents allow your children to get wet in the rain? But you will pay the ticket and send your child those sophisticated rain dance. Yes or no? Just tell me. How many of you will allow your children to get wet? Will you? Yes, I can see one yes. But that yes, I know, putting all stones over your heart and say that yes. But nowadays, parents will not allow the child to open the window or go to the veranda if the weather is not. That is the reason, our children. See, what I want to mention here is it boosts the immunity power in the children. Nowadays, we are all used to instruments and dances. That is different, that art part. Everything. If we talk of dance and art, I have to go into switch on to that art integration, integrated learning that have their own position and that have their own dignity. But here I'm focusing only on the physical activity. Children learn about habits that is learned at a very early age. Yes. Now, child adventure. Child venture is the word. What is that? This is actually, it is sports integrated activity. Now, integration. Now it is integrated learning, sports integration. What happens, physical activity is the see, camping, field activities. Yes, utmost importance, and try to encourage an active lifestyle to our student. And early learning education focuses on children overall development. So this is also important, taking the child for any kind of a child adventure like camping and all that. That thing, if you are using it for your children, keeping all the, yes, summer camp, keeping all the safety rules together, that is also very important, because nowadays many schools, they do not take the children out. Why? Because of that safety things. That is also okay. Benefit of physical activity for children: overall healthy growth and development, strong bones and muscles, improved posture, heart attack, acquired new skill during playtime, control weight, improving concentration, improving confidence and self-esteem, happy and relaxed, regulated blood pressure, enhances the emotional well-being. So these are very important. Active play, when you are organizing summer camp or some field activity for student, that is also very, very important. And finally, the most important part is here, that children need time away from television, phones and computers to explore the world around them. Sometimes, if you ask children that what are the physical features you find around your locality, they will not be able to say, because they know they are within the four walls of the house whilst they are not in the school. So that children should explore and experience the place where they are living, and encouraging screen-free time. That is very, very important. That screen-free time is very important both for us as well as for our children, and children to discover the world around them. Nutrition. See, children who will be playing will be eating their food properly. That nutritious meal they also need together. So if the children are very inactive children will never like to eat anything also, because they'll not get hungry. The digestion process also need that physical exertion to digest that. I talked about the BMR rate, the basal metabolic rate. And the healthy and proper nutrition is also important when you are imposing camps. I've already said outdoor activities are very, very important. See, not eating more healthy and doing plenty of physical activity can lead to obesity or overweight of a child, which may lead to an increased risk of developing various problems. Sports are important. Now, one thing, have you seen that children below 8th grade, or till they come to class 8, they go outside, they prefer outdoor games, and mothers, parents, they also encourage the children to go out and play. But once they reach class 8, okay, your board exam will be near and you are not supposed to go out. That is very much wrong to it. Even the girls also. Now, see, our Indian society do not permit, children, teenage girls to go out and play. I don't know why. The taboo is still there. Once the child is in class 11 and 12, you will not see that kind of girls, especially girls. I'm telling, they'll not go out to play. Boys, you may find that very common to see that boys playing cricket, boys playing football, but once they go to that, yes, so that is also not allowed. So we have to find out now. Again, here the society needs to change a bit. They should allow both the genders to play equal opportunities. Both should require to play. And finally, when these children turn adults, okay, many adult age 65 and over, they also find problem if they are not having an active lifestyle. That sedentary lifestyle in the elderly generation will cause so many difficulties in their life. So they are paying a high price for this activity, and with higher rates of falls, obesity, heart diseases, and early death compared with the general population. So like that, if the if as you get older, it becomes even more important to remain active, and active if you want to stay healthy and maintain your independence. If you don't stay active, all the things you have always enjoyed doing, taken for granted, may start to become that little bit harder. So finally, I've come to the end of the session. Thank you so much for being there. Okay. Okay. So thank you. Thank you all for being so active.